Welcome everyone. Today we're diving into one of the most critical aspects for our lives, which is managing our finances. So whether you're just starting on your financial journey or looking to refine your strategies, this presentation is designed to provide you with practical and actionable insights. So today, I have the pleasure of presenting to a highly respected individual in our community, Ms. Jessica Sibulan and Ms. Rose Ann de la Peña. So they are a dedicated teacher who not only imparts knowledge but also inspires and shapes the minds of their students, earning around 20,000 pesos. Ms. Jessica and Ms. Rose Ann exemplifies the commitment and passion of educators everywhere. So the reason I have selected them as my audience is to share with them the invaluable benefits of understanding the pillars of financial success. In a profession where financial stability is paramount, knowing how to effectively manage and plan finances can make a significant difference. So in this presentation, we will delve into 4 key pillars. So first is control spending. So monitoring and limiting expenditures to avoid overspending. So this involves keeping a close eye on where your money goes. So you can identify unnecessary expenses and make adjustments to your spending habits. So this practice helps ensure that you live within your means and have more funds available for saving and investing towards your financial goals. Next is save for goals. So allocate funds to saving accounts and investments to achieve both short-term and long-term financial goals. So this involves setting specific, measurable goals which you can create a clear roadmap for your financial future. Whether you're saving for a vacation, a new home, a retirement, or any other aspiration, regularly contributing to your savings and investing accounts that will help you reach these milestones. So next is manage debt. So track and manage debt payments to retain or improve credit health and reduce financial burdens. So this involves helping or keeping a detailed record of your debts and payment schedules. You can ensure timely payments and avoid late fees or penalties. So it's crucial to prioritize off high interest debt first, at least can save you money in the long run. Next pillar is plan for the future. So prepare for future financial needs and emergencies by setting aside money for unexpected expenses and long-term investments. So this involves building a robust financial safety that can help you handle unforeseen circumstances without disrupting your financial stability. So by understanding and implementing these principles, Ms. Jessica and Ms. Rose Ann will be equipped to enhance their financial well-being, ensuring a secure and prosperous future. So to go over managing our finances, let's talk about income. So income, when we say income, is a money received by a person from various sources which can be used to cover expenses, save, invest, or achieve financial goals. So there are different types of income. So we have earned income, unearned income, transfer payments, and other income. So when we say earned income, those are money received from employment or work-related activities. So this includes wages, salaries, tips, and any income earned through self-employment. So it is typically the main source of income for most individuals and is subject to income tax. Next is unearned income. So when we say unearned income, these are money received without active participation in work or business activities. So example, include interest from saving accounts, dividends from investments, rental incomes, and royalties. So unearned income often comes from assets or investments. And then we also have transfer payments. So when we say transfer payments, these are financial assistance received from the government or social programs. So this includes benefits such as unemployment insurance, social security, disability payments, and food stamps. So transfer payments are designed to provide support to individuals in need. And then other income, so these are income from various miscellaneous sources. So this category can include winnings from lotteries, gifts, inheritance, and other one-time or irregular sources of income that don't fit into other categories. Now let's talk about the expenses. So when we say expenses, these are costs incurred for goods and services required to maintain a standard of living representing the outflow of money from an individual's budget. So kung si income ang pagbasod, si expenses naman is ang outflow, ang pagpagawa sa kwarta. And then same with income, there are also different types of expenses. So first we have fixed expenses. So these are regular, predictable costs that do not change significantly from month to month. So examples include rent or mortgage payments, car payments, insurance, premiums, and subscription services. So because these expenses are stable and predictable, they are easier to plan for and manage with your budget. So allocating funds for fixed expenses first can help ensure that you meet your essential financial obligation. Next is variable expenses. So these are costs that fluctuate based on usage or spending patterns. So example of these are utilities, groceries, transportations, and entertainments. So because these expenses can vary from month to month, it's important to track them closely and adjust your budget as needed. Next is discretionary expenses. So these are non-essential costs that are considered optional, adjusted based on financial priorities. So best example for this one is dining out. So hindi abot sa sweldo, so manino siya na natay listahan sa mga bayran nun. Pero wala na nato na-include si dining out. Di ba, Ma'am Jessica? Yes. Okay, next is periodic expenses. So these are expenses that occur irregularly or on a non-monthly basis. So December naman, di ba? So ang best example sa periodic expenses is kanang mga gifts para sa ato ang self, sa ato ang family, or sa ato ang mga inanak. So by understanding these different types of income, so you can better manage your finances and plan for your financial goal. Now let's have the steps to create a personal budget. So first is track income and expenses. So record all sources of income and track daily expenses. So this will give you a clear picture of your financial inflows and outflows, helping you understand where your money goes. So for example, Ma'am Jessica, how much is your income monthly?
So that is 20,000.
20,000 per month. Okay, so this is your monthly income. And then the source of your income is salary, yes. Okay, so next is we have to categorize expenses, so separate expenses into fixed and variable categories. So Ma'am Jessica, can you share Can you share us your expenses? Let's have first the fixed expenses.
Okay, so first is Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
That is 1,500. And then,
May bayaran cellphone, motor, laptop.
wala.
Okay. Sa tuition.
No.
So, marami siya imuhang fixed expenses, ma'am.
Yes.
And then, now let's have the variable categories, variable expenses. At yung
Yes, the electricity which is 1,000 a month.
1,000. Okay. So, either mo next month mo higher na siya or mo lower. Aside the electricity, transportation, ma'am.
Transportation, let's have a 500 a month.
Okay, so 500 per month. Para ni siya imuhang variable expenses. So, ato siya totalon 3,000 ang imong expenses monthly. So, kung i-less na to siya, ma'am, napakay savings na 17,000 sakto. So, sa 17,000, ma'am, may budget ko mga dili siya na to kasi directly sa bank or sa piggy bank, kung sa mga trahe mo minabuan, di ba? Kaya naamantay unexpected na expenses. So, since yung gingon din na mga is dining out. So, ang yung savings, ma'am, is mo lower na siya sa 17,000. Pero, it's okay. Okay naman na siya. As long as dili ka mula pa, ang yung expenses, dili na mo exceed sa imuhang income, which is 20,000. So, yan na siya. It is very important to categorize your expenses. Next is set budget limits. So, allocate specific amounts for each expense category. So, determine how much you want to spend on different categories, including discretionary and periodic expenses, to ensure you stay within your budget. So, for example, ma'am, imuhang income is 20,000. So, syempre, per months na. Mabuhay yun ang kwarta for Noche Buena, Medianoche, pang-pinaskuhan, di ba? So, nga na siya, part na siya sa budgeting gihapon. So, ang pinaka-important is mo set that limit. So, kani siya nga amount para ni sa mga gifts, kani nga amount para sa food. As long as dili ka mag-lisod or... Okay, next is monitor and adjust regularly. Review and adjust the budget as needed. So, kung nagtanasan din mo nga kanina na kay giset na nimo. So, yun na lang siya tanawon kung kaya ba ang imong budget, ang imong ba pag-limit sa imong budget, kung kaya ba moabot pa ba sa next nga sweldo. Okay? So, that concludes managing our finances. That it is very important that first you have to track your income. Next is to categorize expenses and then set budget limits and monitor and adjust. So that's it. That's all. Thank you everyone for listening, Ma'am Jessica.